What is up, guys? Today we have something really new to show you today. We have a Athearn Genesis SD40-2 BNSF EMD from Athearn. And this is a SD40-2 diesel, brand new. Hasn't been opened yet, so we're going to review it today. And this is DCC plug equipped. If you don't know, that means it has a plug-in where you can clip a DCC decoder on it. So we're going to review it and see how it runs. So before we open the box, I actually like to ask some few questions before we start. So I bought this like a week ago from the store, and I decided to see how much it's worth online. So I checked over online, and for some reason I couldn't find anywhere. The only closest one I could find is the EMD swoosh version from Kato, and it looks exactly like this with a different number. But I can't find this exact model. I can only find one site they have it, but they don't talk about it. They just talk about the details and stuff. So can y'all tell me, please, if this is rare or not? Because I cannot find this anywhere. And by the way, he said it was from 2005, so maybe it could be, but I don't know. But let's open the box and let's see what we get. Let's see what we get inside. So you get these two plastic things that you get to protect the locomotive, and there's instructions in there. Here it is, the Athearn Genesis BNSF SD40-2. Man, would you look at this beauty? It's also really long locomotive. This is sort of like a modern type diesel. Just look at those details. Just the front, the number, and then you can see the horn. But let's put on the track and let's look at the details on it. This engine looks absolutely gorgeous. This is a beautiful BNSF diesel. This is probably like the most detailed diesel I ever owned. This is a BNSF, and I love colors on BNSF trains. And once you look at this SD40, it's really realistic. And I love how the color on it looks really nice. They've done a good job with this one. And we're gonna look at the details on it and see how it runs, and then we're gonna do a run on the layout. So before we start it, I'm gonna say how much I paid for this. If you're wondering, I paid around like 140 bucks for this engine. And by the details on it, it looks like it could be worth that much, how much it used to be. But we're gonna take a look at it. This is very detailed. The only way I can see if it's worth 140 bucks if it runs perfectly fine. But I'll tell you if it's worth it, 140 bucks for me or not. But let's look at the details and see how we go. So if we look at the front here, we have a bunch of details on this engine. Like, I have never seen a diesel this detailed before, or I've never owned one this detailed. So what we have here is the hand railings. Oops, sorry if I did that. And then I got the ladders up here. And then right here we have a real knuckle coupler up front, which is actually a real one instead of a fake one. It's a nice touch. And up right here we have the BNSF logo. And then up here we have these windows. And I believe they light up. I don't even know. We'll go take a look at that. And up here, that should be the headlight, I believe. And then the number right here, 6821. And we go to the side, see another window right here. And then we see the road number, 6821. And if we look right there, it says SD40-2. And then it says F right there. I don't know what the purpose of the F right there is for. And then up here, we have the air horn. So if we look at the side of the engine, there's not really much to see here, so let's take a look at it. So right here we have these hand railings, and then we have the BNSF logo on the side, and then we have some stuff up there going on. And then we have two sets of wheels right here, and then the other side, and then right there, I believe that's where the motor is located, but just more up. And yeah, that's all there is to the side. So in the back of the engine, there's some more details to look at, like right here. So if we look down here, there's a knuckle coupler installed in the back. And then we have these ladders, hand railings, and then the ladder right there. And then if we look up here, see the road number, and then the headlight right there, and other stuff going on up there. And that's all there is to it. If we look at the top of the engine, it might be a little hard to see, but so right here we have these 5 units. I believe that's where the smoke comes out from the diesel. I think so. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I don't know if it's these two, or is it all of them. And if we go right here, there's this little thing, I don't know what it really is, and then if we go right there, it's the air horn again, and then I'll just go slowly through the top so you guys can see the whole thing. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but that's all there is to it. So if we look at the under the engine, there's just some details we can look at real quick. And then let's look at the back. So if we look at the back right here, there's 6 wheels on the back. And then there's some details right here. It's just for the power. When it gets power from the track, it generates to the motor, so it should start running. And there's a screw right here for the coupler. And right here, there's 4 screws. And this is DCC ready, so if you want a DCC equipped on this engine, you can install one if you want. So all you gotta do is just get these off, and then the body or the locomotive shell should come off, and you should be able to install it. So if we look in the front, it's just these 6 wheels again. It's the same as the other one, and then the coupler again, and that's all there is to it. Alright, so we're gonna test the engine, and we're gonna see how it runs, and we're gonna look at the headlights and see how it goes, and let's see how it runs. So before I run it, I'm just going to show you what I'm going to use for today. So I'm going to use the Bachmann DC controller, and all you got to do is just move this, and then there's direction for it. If you want to change directions, forward or reverse. So let's see how it runs. The moment of truth. Does it really run? Yes, it does run. The headlight should be working. We'll take a look at it real quick. So when the engine starts running, the headlight should be turned on. Let's see. Yep, it does work. You guys can see the headlight. Yes, the headlight does work. I'm gonna see if the back of the headlight works, and let's see. Try that one more time. Doesn't seem like it works. Let's do it one more time. Nope, the back of the headlight on the engine does not work. That's unfortunate. But let's see how the locomotive runs with some cars. So I'm gonna put it with some cars, and then we're gonna let it run for the video, and then that'll be the end. So let's take a look. Before we run the diesel, I'm gonna show the cars it's gonna pull. It's gonna pull 7 cars only, and we're gonna take a look at it before we run it. So the first car is gonna be a well car, 4 mini containers, and then 2 hopper cars, and then a flat car with nothing on it, and then a flat car, a Great Northern version of Bluewood with some logs and stuff, and then a 3-dome tank car, and a caboose. And I know cabooses are no longer used anymore in modern time, but I thought it'd be nice to add one at the end. And I know these cars are not modern, really, except for the well car, but I thought it'd be cool to add these type of cars. So before we run it, I'd just like to say thanks for watching this video. We're just gonna let the engine run in my layout for a little while, and that will be the end. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.